Condensing a lengthy novel into its core ideas requires one type of precision. Expanding that same text into a live, breathing performance requires another. Today, we are going to look at how to break a story apart and reconstruct it in both directions. We begin with the summary. An effective summary starts with a single introductory sentence combining the title, author, and main point. A common error is including subjectivity. You must exclude personal opinions, capturing only the ideas as the author presented them. You are not rewriting the story. You are acting as an objective filter, isolating the structural essence of the text. When you are dealing with a longer prose text, you need to summarize it chapter by chapter. To do this without missing crucial plot points, you need a step-by-step framework. Step 1 is reading the text in detail. Step 2 is breaking it into manageable sections, like chapters. In Step 3, identify key points within each section. Step 4 is drafting, combining those key points into a cohesive narrative. Finally, Step 5 is verification. Check your draft to ensure you captured characters, conflict, and the writer's intent. If the text feels overwhelming, break it down further. Take smaller, isolated chunks of the text and use a group journal to organize these steps before attempting to draft the final piece. An accurate summary is the result of a systematic architectural breakdown. It requires careful disassembly of the original material. Once you understand how to break down an existing text, you can begin building your own. Producing a narrative piece requires moving through 5 distinct stages: pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and evaluating. Separate the act of creation from the act of correction. Drafting is the phase where you build setting, plot, and conflict. Save the mechanical work of fixing errors and improving sentence clarity for the revising and editing stages. This chart shows an interlocking 5-circle framework that you should use to develop your plot during the drafting stage. By answering who, what, when, why, and where, you ensure the narrative has a complete foundation. When answering the where and when to create your setting, avoid abstract locations. Use concrete descriptions, indicate specific moments in time, and incorporate sensory details so the reader can physically anchor themselves in the scene. Take a moment to practice this. Pause the video, grab a notebook, and use these 5 W's to outline a short narrative plot. Make sure you include at least one concrete sensory detail for your setting. Establishing a rock-solid plot and a vivid setting provides the essential scaffolding required to hold up the rest of your narrative draft. Our final transformation is dramatization. This is where you shift from a written prose narrative to an active script. The main challenge here is moving from narrating events to showing them through dialogue and character action. There is a 7-step process. First, select your narrative. Second, summarize the main plot. Third, list the key characters. Step 4 is grouping major events into distinct acts and scenes. In Step 5, the conversion happens. Remove written descriptions and replace them with dialogue and clear stage actions. Step 6 adds dramatic devices like prologues or musical interludes. Finally, in Step 7, perform the dramatization, focusing strictly on how the physical setting is used. Translating a text into a dramatization requires making specific choices about how characters speak and move, turning a writer's descriptions into concrete actions that happen in real time. Your understanding is assessed across 4 levels. Level 1 involves foundational recall. Level 2 focuses on conceptual understanding, like summarizing texts. Level 3 uses strategic reasoning to draft short stories. Level 4 involves critical thinking to produce shorter versions of texts and illustrate prologues. Keep these 3 frameworks in mind. You have the 5 steps for deconstructing a text, the 5 W's for drafting your narrative plots, and the 7 steps for converting prose into a script. These frameworks provide a technical path for analyzing existing stories and building new ones. Continue applying these steps